between last week, I thought I was done with Kanye last week. All right, let's just start there. No, I was. I was finished discussing anything that had to do with Kanye West, and I was serious about that when I said it last week. So last week when I was asking why we put up with it as a culture, like hip hop, here we are now. I tried to come in here and I was happy to see you guys, but as all of the Kanye news kept fucking coming untapped all day long, it put me in a real Debbie Downer, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm in a Debbie Downer, but I don't know if that's the word I'll use.
But have you ever been in a Debbie Downer?
No.
Have you ever been down?
Do you know anyone named Debbie?
I know a couple of Debbies.
Has she been down?
She's probably been down.
All right, good enough for me.
But
I was mad that I had to come in here and speak about this fucking coonery today, this Kanye West shit, and unfortunately, we do have to address it because it went on all week long. Yeah.
Before you begin, I want to note that his album is 1 month away. He's testing the waters right now. He's only going to get louder and more annoying for the next 31 days.
But see, that's my problem. Like, why does Kanye only talk to people and talk to the public when he wants to sell something?
Because he's a selfish fuck.
Right. So it's just time we just got to move on from Kanye, honestly. Appreciate what he's done in the past, his music, whatever. But where he's at right now, this is somebody totally different. This is a whole different person.
Well, no, I was watching the Charlemagne interview before this TMZ shit broke, obviously. And I don't know if it's a different Kanye. I think it's just a different environment. He's literally in a bubble and has no idea what the fuck is going on in the world.
Can we stop saying
No,
that?
see, I think it's the total opposite. I think Kanye
it's not an excuse.
I think he knows exactly what's going on.
Rory, you're
and
a
that's
huge
the problem
Kanye fan, so you know Kanye's lyrics.
Yeah, I'm aware.
So if we know Kanye's lyrics...
If this is coming off as an excuse, I need to reword what I'm saying, because that's not what I'm saying at all.
All right.
I think he's a fucking idiot right now. And I think he's using people's lives that are endangered as a way to sell records. But at the same time, I don't think he
this
thinks...
is who he always was.
Yeah,
this is the evolution of him. And he said that too, so speak to it, please.
I think Kanye's always been erratic and said whatever the fuck came to his head by what was surrounded by him. Now he's in a bubble in Calabasas where he's not harmed by anything off these political statements that he makes. He doesn't know people's lives are at risk. He just saw the Trump shit and was like, oh, that was a shock value. That was dope. How everyone's going crazy. He doesn't understand that it affects people.
Right.
So he's doing the same thing he's always done. Just say whatever the fuck is at the top of his head just to get a reaction out of people and try to be, I'm to the left. Right. I'm different.
I think Kanye
You're not free thinking. And we're not mad at free thinking. We're mad at harmful thinking. You're not even thinking, actually.
Right.
You're just saying shit.
Right.
And then admitting, I know nothing about it. But I'm not free thinking, right?
Right.
That's what
it's
this
stupid.
is what I need. I need my white friends to be as angry as me.
It's stupid. You sound dumb.
Right.
You're not free thinking when you're admitting that you're not thinking.
Right.
You can't say one of Trump's policies, but then go, I really love him. I love what he stands for. You can't tell me nothing about this Candace Owens bitch.
Come on,
and I am using bitch.
Hold up, slow down, because we're gonna break. There's too much to get into here with this Kanye shit, so I don't want us to unpack it all at once. Mm-hmm. So let's go through the timeline, because that's probably the best way for me to remember things. Last week, let me tell you what was interesting to me last week. Last week, Monday, this is before our podcast, Ebro went on the air and he was talking about Kanye West. And it sounded friendly still. It sounded like, yeah, Ebro is, he disagrees and all of that shit, but it still sounded friendly. Sounded friendlier than I wanted to hear anyway, right? That was Monday. Tuesday, we did when did we find out that Charlemagne and Kanye did an interview?
I think prior to that, yeah. 2 podcasts ago, they had came out on camera getting into Kanye's car.
Yeah, because he made a crack about the parking job.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you. Well, last week after Ebro said whatever the fuck he said, I then watched Ebro and Peter kind of kill Charlemagne for interviewing Kanye and standing with Kanye and all of this shit, right? So I thought that was really interesting to me.
Right.
So all right, interesting that the media people are killing the other media people for...
That's nothing new.
Yeah, we're...
Okay, so then I need to really figure out what I'm trying to say then, because you're right. That is nothing new. What I'm trying to say is this Kanye situation has brought everyone's agenda straight to the forefront. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. So while I'm sure Ebro and Pete felt a way about whatever they felt a way about, that sentiment was coded in disdain for Charlemagne and some envy, which Peter then went on to say, and I'm only starting here. Don't think that I'm doing a deep dive on how Hot 97 feels about things. I'm not. But
their disagreement.
It was only interesting to me because it's like, damn, okay, even if you're saying something right, if the merit is not in the right place, then I'm looking at that a little funny. And then I spoke to Charlemagne 2 days later. I said, what the fuck are you doing, man? And then I had a long talk with him where he just told me not to reserve judgment until I saw this interview.
Mm-hmm. Which he said publicly on the radio a lot.
He said, this shit ain't as deep as you think, man. He said, Kanye just being Kanye. I didn't know how to take that, but he interviewed him, I didn't. And salute to Charlemagne for landing that interview too. I'm happy that he interviewed him. I'm not happy in the passive manner in which the interview was conducted.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but note that was, he did that interview
March
before 17th, a lot of
that's important to say.
Bullshit happened.
And you know what I saw, and there wasn't too much wrong with the interview. I mean, if I'm gonna give my own opinions, this whole free thinking thing, man, it's really fucking it up for some of the free thinkers out here. It is. You fucking idiots and morons that are just saying you're thinking freely. No, you're not.
You're not.
God damn it, it's annoying.
You're not thinking.
You're saying a lot of stupid shit out there.
Well, the free thinking thing to me is when people say they're pushing the culture forward. I think that's the same thing now. Like a lot of people say, I'm pushing the culture. It's for the no, it's not.
Who says they're pushing the culture?
Everybody.
Everyone says they're pushing.
Well, who's pushing it?
Who's pushing it?
Who's really pushing this thing?
I don't know. I don't know who's driving this thing right now.
No?
I really don't know who's driving this.
We should figure that
shit,
one out at some point.
I'm sick of like the free thinking and the pushing the culture. Like, knock it off. All of this is for your own agenda. Kanye is very self-centered. He's narcissistic. He's
self-centered, self-absorbed,
right,
self-obsessed,
right,
selfish. All the selves except for self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I came away from that Charlemagne interview thinking. And every time it seemed, and Charlemagne did ask some good questions. Charlemagne Lowe. Not Zane Lowe, Charlemagne Lowe. I know.
It was a good attempt.
Listen, man. I'm trying my best here today. Listen, it seemed like every time he asked some shit that we needed to answer to, like, I really needed to hear why Kanye had such a bad taste in his mouth, pause, for Barack Obama. So when he asked that shit, boy, was I on the edge of my seat. And to hear this fucking blabbering fucking idiot answer this shit. He got a beef with Obama because every single thing that Kanye feels a way about is only an indictment against him. And his personal feelings. He said he had a beef with Obama because Obama called him a jackass, even though he used to be Obama's favorite artist, and Obama didn't call and apologize. That's all he gave me.
Yeah.
That is what he said to me. After all of this political rhetoric this man has been spewing, he told me he's angry at Obama because Chicago is the same, and because he called him an asshole. I said, okay.
You were surprised by that?
Someone correct me, maybe I don't know, but what has Kanye, one, done for Chicago, two, talked about Chicago, brought awareness to Chicago about anything at all?
He's talked about Chicago.
And like that, on a few records every now and then?
Right.
I don't think Chicago's been a priority for Kanye West to then have the audacity to say to someone else, you did nothing for Chicago.
He then told me...
After you're telling me you're the most influential person in the world.
He then told me he was really hurt that Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't go to his wedding.
Boo-hoo.
He was hurt that Disney didn't loan him $500 million. Like... What I'm saying is, every time that Kanye's feelings are hurt, it's just because something was done personally to him. Mm-hmm. It was hard to keep up with the contradictions in that interview. If you tell me that you are the greatest artist ever, the greatest musician ever, I'm not going to argue with you. That's subjective and it's a matter of opinion. I'm not going to argue with you. However, when I hear these loud contradictions, such as you can't tell me that you're the best artist in the world, and then 30, maybe 40 minutes earlier, you were telling me that BDS radio spins, you were looking for it to validate you and how you felt. He said that at the top of that interview.
Which I felt
He said the
really
frequencies in which we judge greatness. I was like, no, speak for yourself, nigga.
Yeah.
I've never judged my greatness off of how many times my record was spinning off the radio. See, I have a problem with that. I have a problem when this man that most of hip-hop recognizes as a genius, when we're starting to find out,
And also is someone that claims to be so forward-thinking and on to the next thing and constantly talking about streaming in the interview. Why the fuck do you give a fuck about radio?
It's not like the radio didn't play those records anyway.
They didn't spin it the way I guess a Bruno Mars record was.
he didn't had a lot of, he had a big beef with the Grammys and their infrastructure. Mm-hmm. I know the only point that I'm making is all of his problems as of late are personal indictments against him. They're never for this greater good, this greater cause. And for somebody who speaks, this nigga should change the name to like Mystical or some shit. Everything this nigga says is like mystifying. Like, right. Has anybody been trying to like, before you realize that this nigga's off his fucking rocker and you try to keep up with him, it's like he's just trying, I don't know, he's spraying mystical dust and just speaking in fucking riddles and hyperboles and speaking in the future
well,
in a realmless, what the hell the fuck is he talking about?
But Joe, see, that's my thing about this. I don't think he's off his rocker. I don't think he's crazy. I don't think he's any of this shit.
He's all of that, but
I don't think he is. I think he just has a platform and he's gotten to the point in his career where he literally feels like whatever he says, people will agree with and they will follow. I mean, he really, at this point, he feels like he's Jesus. I mean, he's calling himself Jesus for the past how many years? Like, he literally feels like he is God. And his word is everything.
No, that's a front, though. I think
it is a front. But I think that's a front,
and I think at the core of who he is, he's a nigga who has been turned away, turned down, and rejected his entire life.
He's emotional. He's emotional.
I think he has low self-esteem.
He's insecure. He's a brat.
I think he's extremely. Yeah, I think all of this shit is true that you're saying.
Yeah, if you got liposuction, then he probably has low self-esteem.
Very insecure.
Wait, we got to get to that. We unpacking all of this shit. He turned around, said that shit in the TMZ office like it was just cool and the norm.
Right.
The fuck is? There's a lot to get to.
I was going to say, are we getting to the TMZ thing now?
No,
I want to wait for my opinion.
All right, no, let's stay with the TMZ stuff. What were we talking about? The TMZ stuff, right?
Yeah, but we're missing a whole.
The Charlemagne shit. Yeah. The Charlemagne shit. The Charlemagne interview really, it just taught me a lot. I heard him say, first of all, do we believe that Kanye West is trying to run for president?
Yes.
I believe he thinks he can.
I believe he thinks he can. Okay. I don't think he actually will.
So let's stay here for it.
And that's another reason why he thinks Trump is great without knowing anything about Trump. Oh shit, he did it. I could do it.
I think that's why, that's why I think he will make an attempt to run for president.
I'm
not saying he'll be successful.
Let's stop right there. I want to stop that because I'm so glad that Charlemagne did say to him, or T.I. Somebody said, well, what T.I. said, well, what exactly do you like about Trump? Nobody's ever asked that.
Right.
We just keep hearing him say Trump's not so bad.
But I know what he likes about Trump.
You tell me. I know too, but nobody's ever asked him that.
Kanye,
the same things you just mentioned, Mo.
If you just look at
Trump
Kanye,
too.
Kanye is infatuated with wealthy white men. Anybody that Kanye has ever said, I'm the new, it's always been a wealthy white man or a successful white man. I have never heard him compare himself to he's the new
Charlemagne brought up
man.
examples of successful black people, and the nigga responded with successful white people.
Yeah. That's who he wants to be. He wants to be a wealthy white man. I believe that.
I know, so let's stay here for a minute. I like that you're here. Because Charlemagne said that to me. He said when we spoke, he said, you don't think that Donald Trump and Kanye West have anything in common? I said, sure they do. And I agree with what you say. I just don't think it stops there. I don't know if he's trying to run for president. But I won't say it's impossible because Donald Trump ran and won. But my thinking says if he were trying to run for president, number one, I don't know which party he would be running as or running for. I don't know. That's one. Two.
Knowing Kanye, he'll make his own party up.
Is he? All right, so he'll be an independent. He'll get tossed the fuck out of here. Right. Or, I mean, does he think that the black people will vote for him with this divisive behavior that he's showing?
Yeah. He does.
And you know what? Maybe he's not far-fetched for thinking that because I ain't seen none of you niggas burn no Yeezys.
Oh, no, they're still going to.
I ain't seen nobody burn them little holy T-shirts. I saw LeBron jersey get burnt when he went to Miami.
Right. That's all he did.
Nigga just went to Miami to have a good time with his friends, man. Hey, all of us would have done the exact same thing. Let me hit the air horn for LeBron, man.
Cleveland weather, Miami weather.
Yeah. Y'all stepped on that nigga's jersey and everything.
Right.
I don't see that happening now. So, and better yet, fuck do he think the black people would vote for him? Do he think the white people would vote for him? I mean, is he that out of touch?
He does.
Okay, so
like
wait.
I said,
all right.
changed.
So wait, stop, because I was still thinking through it. I obsessed over this all week. I said, okay. Then the end of the Charlemagne interview came, and them niggas was walking in the trees.
Not for nothing, that shit looked kind of fly.
It looked super fly, but let's take a minute to crack on it.
Just two men walking in the woods.
Yeah, man. That shit looked straight off
sunset.
of Channel ID.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like something freaky was about to happen next.
Some Brokeback Calabasas edition.
Yeah, that was a little wild out there in Calabasas. But at the end of that, they were walking, and Kanye said, "This is my 300 acres, and I plan on being the biggest real estate developer ever. The same way Tesla is to cars, the same way that Tom Ford." Nigga loves saying Tom Ford, but whatever.
He loves saying the same.
I wish he would stop saying, "Hey,
Same
Kanye,
Disney,
we know Tom
same.
Ford designed for Louis. We got it." And he got to stop naming all these French fucking designers to sound brighter.
That's who he wants to
Now
be.
get the fuck off.
Y'all not understanding that. That's who he wants to
Charlemagne
be.
asking him about the new Hove album. He talking about a Narcy Bernard. Do you know a Narcy Bernard? No, nigga. We don't know a Narcy Bernard. Charlemagne had to sit there with a straight face and say, no, I don't know who a Narcy Bernard is.
One motherfucker said, I have no idea who any of those people are.
Yeah, nigga, you just Googled who a Narcy Bernard is. But anyway, so if I'm taking him at his word, and he wants to be this big real estate developer the same way that Trump is, and he wants to be president the same way that Trump is, and he wants to shit on black people for the economic gain of solely himself, like Trump. Like
he did also mention he liked Trump, that his name was on everything.
The nigga said, yeah. Yeah. He then went on to say in that interview that I would run and I would have Trump's campaign with Bernie Sanders principles. No, you wouldn't. That's a lie. Like, why is everybody just letting this nigga say whatever? It's not true. It's not true what you're saying. It's a fucking lie. And wait a minute.
See, that's the problem. See, Joe, but that's the problem I have with the Charlemagne interview. I was waiting for Charlemagne to say exactly that. And he didn't. Because, see, these niggas is so infatuated with just being cool and being in the same room with Kanye.
But I'm going to shoot Charlemagne some bail for a minute.
Shoot him bail. You should have called him a liar. You're a liar, Kanye.
When I said the same thing that you said at first, but when I put myself in Charlemagne's shoes, I saw a picture of Kanye parking a car and Charlemagne on the other side, right? Then I saw Charlemagne inside of some church temple all white shit. And then it panned to an all white statue on the wall. Then it was like an all white. I saw Hostel, by the way. all of this is from Hostel.
That shit looked like a horror
This is the white version of Hostel.
For sure.
Yeah.
Has anyone checked on Charlemagne?
No, I don't even know
is he
if that
back
nigga's alive.
in New York?
The only reason I know he's alive is because I watched the Royce interview that we'll talk about later.
That could have been pre-recorded.
But my point is, Charlemagne's in this all white space. Then he took that nigga to Calabasas dungeon, the trees. What I'm saying is, I don't know if I would have stepped to Kanye in that interview on his turf. I don't know if I'm straight in the sunken place saying, Kanye, man, I don't know what the fuck is that. And then Kanye would have hit a button, zap Charlemagne like Thanos dust particle, that nigga would have been over. That's all I'm saying. So if Charlemagne was on the Breakfast Club, cool. But in Calabasas, I'm not gonna hammer him for not really driving
it's not
it
about
home.
hammering him, man. It's just like I'm just waiting for and
For agendaless.
Yeah, and that's why I love what we do, because I feel like we don't give a fuck about all that. Like, I don't care about how successful somebody is or how much money somebody got or how I don't care about status, man. Like, if you want to sit down as men and have a conversation, just be honest with each other.
I agree with Maul. I'ma just say it less PC. All you niggas is fucking fuckity fucks and frauds. And where do y'all draw a line in the sand? That's my question. T.I. I love T.I. Man, I love T.I. Why the fuck is T.I. talking to fucking Kanye West in this open forum bullshit? Why is this happening? And then after the forum, they got the nerve to go verse for verse? They going ad-lib for ad-lib on a fucking track? T.I., you're right in your sentiment. Why the fuck are we trying to convince Kanye West to anything? Fuck Kanye West. Your friends are the same as your enemies. Why the fuck is the whole hip-hop culture sitting there trying to explain? Why the fuck am I reading John Legend texting fucking Kanye West? Well, they friends, so he should text him.
And I think T.I. I was going to let you finish.
No. That T.I. shit is...
This was before...
I don't give a fuck. It is inexcusable. Charlemagne, I know how you feel, nigga. I know how you feel, and T.I. know how you feel. It's a bunch of y'all that feel like us. Why the fuck do y'all keep allowing this from this nigga? We don't want to hear the fucking song, Tip. Sorry. I have not heard Ye. Fuck Ye. How about that? I ain't heard Ye verse the people. I gotta feel like that. I tried to ignore this shit all week. Hey, say, never mind. You did it already. I can't ignore it when... Thursday, my dad called. I almost ignored that shit. I almost declined. He is the last nigga I want to hear from about anything political and racial. If you have ever met my dad, you just understand what it is. And he called and he said, Joey, what's up with Kanye West, man? And I started laughing. That was my way of deflecting. That was my way of not really turning into his son.
Right.
He didn't see that. I said, Pop, ignore it. And he said, I can't ignore it. I'm into politics. He said, just explain it. Just tell me why he's doing it. Because he was so loud and speaking up for our people. So is his album coming? Like, just tell me why. I said, Pop, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you. And he said, well, when you find out, let me know. And then I hung up even more mad because this is why I have to pay attention to it. You so fucking baseless and mindless. You don't even know the recourse and the repercussions for the shit you doing. The first year in office, every time this nigga pulled... Well, you're not going to know yet. You'll know later. But every time he pulled his pen out and wrote his little name on one of the little scribes or scroll, what do you call that shit?
I don't know what that shit's called, but...
One of them White Housey looking shits. Every time he wrote his fucking name, it's to the detriment of black people. Or as Kanye says... CP. That's how you know I don't trust that nigga. I don't trust no black person that says CP. I mean, stop me when I'm saying something wrong. My beef is not with Kanye. Kanye is going to feel like he is going to feel.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
Why do we keep looking? Fuck that nigga.
Yeah, and I don't want people to think that it's because Kanye's entitled to his opinion.
Fuck him and his opinion.
Cool. Oh. That's fine. But
that was very free thinking, Joe.
My thing is, at what point do we just be like, yo, why are we paying this any attention?
Well, that's why I give T.I. a pass there because it was in the beginning.
Cause y'all like St. Pablo.
Well, plus because he once stood for something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
At one point he stood for something, so we care.
So people are like, wait, why is he thinking this way?
Well, that's true, but
he's standing for something right now.
If someone's been saying the same thing for 20 years and all of a sudden they flip a 180, you're not going to at least for a second go, all right, wait.
Maybe
why are you saying that?
Maybe he's got some type of secret agenda, but no, it doesn't. His
agenda
is
no.
Kanye.
Let me tell you something. Maul is my man. If Maul go out here and rape some chick, it's over. That friendship is done. Yeah. I'm not. I don't agree with people raping chick, and that's a bit extreme, of course. Yeah. But if Maul go out here and smack a nun, guess what? Sorry, buddy. I'm not your friend. Or I'm gonna come talk to you about it.
Right.
Well, that's the T.I. thing I thought in the beginning because they are friends.
Then I would no fuck. I don't give a fuck about their friendship. if the conversation was just the conversation. Once you have that conversation and turn around and sit in a chair and start recording a fucking song, nigga, fuck, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Why? Hey, is there any other song with Kanye and T.I.?
Well, he produced for him early.
Is there another song with the voices of Kanye West and T.I.?
Swagger Like Us.
A posse cut. Is there another one?
The two of them.
Then kick Kanye ass the fuck out of here. Don't tell me you some big T.I. fan. I don't want to hear this shit.
I agree.
Stop me when I'm saying something wrong. I don't want to hear that fucking song. I don't want to hear what I don't care what you're selling right now.
Mm-hmm. But see, that's the problem.
The bigger picture is more important than what your coon ass is selling. I'm asking the culture, where do y'all draw a line in the sand? I know how I give it up.
Oh yeah, but that's why I want to pay close attention to this next week.
I can still play Flashing Lights and say fuck Kanye.
True. For sure. Absolutely.
Can't Tell Me Nothing. You think I'm not going to play Can't Tell Me Nothing anymore?
Right.
Fuck Kanye.
Right.
That song is recorded and dumped. Right. That shit is mixed. Man, I have it. I have it 5 times. It's in my iTunes too many times.
Right.
Shit.
Got the Jeezy remix?
I have it. What else was interesting in there? Hold on. I wrote some motherfucking... Oh. This was telling. He is on meds. Just won't tell us what. Now.
Which I think he's been on for a while.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. Hey, guess what? You shouldn't have to tell people what medication you're on. What's the symbolism behind your tattoos? There's a few things that you just don't really have to share, right? But it does speak to your mental state. It does. And I know that because I agree with him. I went to the therapist and psychiatrist at 16, and they told my mom that I needed to be on X, Y, and Z amount of pills, and I definitely tried to beat that nigga up at 16. I flipped that table over and everything. I do agree with some of the things that he says. I do believe that, crazy, all the crazy people ain't really crazy. But Society has identified a problem with his mental state. Mm-hmm. That's what meds mean. He didn't say I'm on one. He said I am on meds. Mm-hmm. He said they want me to take about 9 pills a day. I probably take it twice a week. I don't know. Listen, I have a lot of experience in that field because I'm psycho in the brain, like for real. That speaks volumes. So if you not even, that's like when me and Maul be talking shit about sports, right? And then I'll say bet money, and then he'll never bet money because Maul is pussy. Then I don't want to hear from you because you're not going to bet money. If you're not going to tell me how sick in the head society says you are, then don't tell me all this other shit. I don't care about Disney and Tesla and Arnard Bernard. Why do he swear that he's better than us? Because he knows who Arnard Bernard is.
And then just read off his Wikipedia page to Charlemagne.
If you don't care, man, Charlemagne sitting there. Hey, Parks, you have to stop buying 1-ply paper towels. I'm going to wipe the sweat. It's going to be the shit ripped. This ain't a bounty.
You got to triple up on that.
Yeah, word. Parks that body shit you got to triple up on. That was telling. What else was telling in that fucking interview? What else is here? Charlemagne, meds won't say president, real estate, Obama beef, what you like about Trump? I don't know, man. Listen, y'all can buy the sneakers, and I wanted them little white Puma Balenciaga looking sneakers. I did want those. I can't get this nigga my money, man. I will not support. And this is the last time I'm gonna have this Kanye conversation. Fuck him.
Yeah, I'm done.
Fuck him. It's nothing to discuss. Hey, I'm not looking to interview him. I'm not looking to delve deeper into why he's thinking. Man, fuck why he thinking whatever he think. I know what he thinking. I know the ramifications of it. I've heard enough.
Right.
I've heard enough. Hip hop. When will y'all have heard enough?
Well, you got to realize a lot of these people only doing these interviews for views and.
I know. So then we get down to the nitty gritty. Chance the fucking Hopper. Chance the fucking Hopper. Where's my phone? Hey. I don't want to come in here and say it. Chance tweeted. Chance the Hopper tweeted. I hate to be the one to come and inform all of you, but you can be black and be a Republican.
Breaking news.
Damn. Which side note, I don't think anyone listened to Kanye's bullshit and said, well, yeah, I guess black people could be Republicans now. Thanks, Kanye.
Yo.
Like when Chance came in with that, I was like, dog, what are you even referring to right now?
Yeah, I never even.
That's not what anyone is mad about.
I never even
Right.
looked at it like that, Chance.
Right.
Like,
Nah, for
what
real.
are you talking
Like,
about?
Chance, now that you said that, my G, just put everything in perspective. Why is Chance? See, but that's my problem. It's to everybody to be wanting to know my issue with niggas that I don't really have an issue with. My issue is with the music industry. Niggas will just throw the cape on. Like,
Well, I was
Chance.
happy. I was happy when Donald Trump thanked Chance the Rapper. I was happy.
I was
like,
ecstatic.
see what happens, Chance?
Wait, and that's the moment that Chance want to start. Now he want to use words like yo.
And like, nah.
Yeah, if you don't get this nigga the fuck out, Chance the fucking hopper. This nigga is so correct. But now that Trump is in him, he's like, my bad, yo.
Yeah.
Nah, reject your yo.
Yeah.
I don't want your yo, Chance.
Lay in that Republican bed.
So let me read the.
But that's just a perfect example of just in life when sometimes you're in those positions and you have to pick a side, whether they're both a little shaky. You can't play the middle. Because when you
Alright.
play the middle, that's what happens.
Yeah.
So then Larry Jackson or somebody must have hit Chance.
Yo, say nah. It's NAH.
So Chance's publicists put this together, and Chance, I don't want no smoke. I'm just talking some shit right now. But it says, and I quote, "Oh my God, anyone who knows me never start. But we don't know. We don't know them niggas that know you. It ain't but 10 people that know you, and out of the whole fucking world. Don't start like this. But all right, let's get to it. Anyone who knows me knows how passionate I am about my city and my loved ones. Kanye West is not just a mentor or big homie to me. He's my family. No matter how much I may disagree with him, it's hard for me to watch people talk about someone I love, even if they were justified in doing so." What the fuck is Chance talking about? All right, let's continue. "I didn't want to speak up because I agree with what Kanye had to say or because I fuck with Trump. I did it because I wanted to help my friend and because I felt like I was being used to attack him. Unfortunately, my attempt to support Kanye is being used to discredit my brothers and sisters in the movement, and I can't sit by and let that happen either. I'd never support anyone who has made a career out of hatred, racism, and discrimination." Let me stop you right there, Chance. You are 100% supporting someone who supports hatred, racism, and discrimination.
Yeah.
Am I off in that? Like,
No.
Didn't Chance go to like
6 degrees of
didn't-
racism.
Didn't Chance go to DeVry or one of them smart schools?
Yeah, DeVry. The smart school.
You went to the smart school.
Wait,
He went to DeVry. Yeah.
wait, what's that school that bitches in New York swear they're smart if they went to
DeVry.
New York
DeVry.
Tech?
Parsons.
What's no, the one right across the Brooklyn
FIT.
Bridge? Is that what is it?
FIT?
Yeah, no, my God, Chance with the FIT.
First of all, anyone in New York, back me up here, has dated a chick that went to FIT for one semester.
100%.
She went
FIT
for one
has some-
semester
yeah.
and then she
Bad
left.
chicks go to FIT.
yeah, huh?
There's some pretty girls at FIT.
Of course, no.
Oh, I cheated on my first baby moms with some chick at FIT.
And I bet she only went for 1.5 semesters too.
She was psycho. I don't know because I got caught cheating and had
Chicks
to
in
stop
New York
talking to her.
love to go to FIT for one
Yeah,
semester.
that is so whack when you got to stop talking to a chick you liked. That chick was kind of cool. Oh, she's all right.
She probably could have got you the Puma Balenciagas too.
I was up there. Hey, that's when Dragon dropped fucking what's Dragon's big record?
The Switch, yeah.
That one. Oh, FIT was lit. All right, anyway. What was we
FIT
talking-
is not in Brooklyn, by the way.
It's not.
Oh, where's that? Where's
It's on 27th and 7th.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, I do know that school, though. Damn, so what's the school I'm talking about in Brooklyn?
Parsons, I think.
In
Oh,
Brooklyn?
that bitch
No.
was fake smart.
I don't know. I went to Long Island University.
I think that's what. Yeah, I think that's where I was. I was definitely. Yeah, but she made it sound. Oh, LIU. Yeah, it sounded better. LIU sounds better than Long Island University.
Listen, Joe had only dated chicks from Essex Community College, so he was hyped.
Listen, we're getting Kanye out of here, right? What was we talking about? Oh, Chance. All right. I would never support anyone who has made a career out of hatred, racism, and discrimination. I would never support someone who would talk about Chicago as if it's hell on earth and then take steps to make life harder here for most. My statement about black folk not blah, 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 blah. Conversation that stem from personal issue with the fact that Chicago's had generations. All right, I'm cool, Chance. Chance the Hopper. Chance is hopping around. Chance, we're well aware that black people can be Republicans. But thank you.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Thank you for such fucking astound fucking. All right, who else is here?